In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, dear our third secondary stage students, I hope you are well and in a good health. I am Mr. Abdelmanem Abu Dahab, General Supervisor of English. Today, we are going to make a quick revision on 3 units, Unit 6, 7, and 8. Today, I am going to focus on or concentrate on the most important vocab, the most important language notes, and the most important grammatical points. Let's get started with Unit 6, which is entitled Reach for the Stars. What is the meaning of Reach for the Stars? الوصول للنجوم. And with the most important definitions. Number 1, anniversary. Anniversary. What is the meaning of this word, or what does this word mean? ذكرى سنوية. A date that is remembered because something important happened. A day that is remembered because something important happened. For example, we will celebrate our marriage anniversary next week. Number 2, distance. Distance, that means مسافة. The amount of space between two places. The amount of space between two places. For example, the distance between my city and Cairo is about 600 kilometers. So, distance means مسافة. Number 3, giant. Giant, عملاقة. Very big or huge or massive. Number 4, gravity. Gravity, that means in Arabic جاذبية أرضية. What makes objects fall to the ground? What makes objects fall to the ground? Number 5, horrible, فظيع, equals very bad or unkind. Very bad or unkind. Representative. Representative, that means in Arabic مندوب أو ممثل. Someone who is chosen to do things. Speak etc. for someone else. For example, our sales representative will show you the catalog and the price list. Spin. 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 Turn around and around very quickly. And as we know, there is a difference between spin and orbit. Orbit, circle around something, but spin circles around itself. For example, a washing machine fan spins to clean our clothes. Tourism. Tourism, that means in Arabic سياحة. The business of providing tourists with places to stay, things to do. Weightless. Weightless, that means انعدام الوزن. Having no weight, especially when you are floating in space. Side effects. What is the meaning of side effects? آثار جانبية. Effect on, affect, side effects. إن شاء الله نتكلم عن meanings في language notes. astronaut. Astronaut, that means in Arabic رائد فضاء. Is a person who travels into space. Is a person who travels into space. Examined. Examined, that means in Arabic examine يفحص. Examined فحص. The meaning of it, to look at something carefully to find out something. To look at something carefully to find out something. For example, the doctor examined me carefully before he gave me the medicine. Launch. Launch, that means in Arabic يطلق أو إطلاق. كل شيء ممكن نطلقه أو نرسله إلى الفضاء. And as we know, there is a difference between launch and launch. Launch, when a spacecraft is sent into space. When a spacecraft is sent into space. Leak. Leak, that means in Arabic يتسرب أو تسرب. As a verb يتسرب مع السوائل و as a noun تسرب. A small hole that in that liquid or gas gets out through. Mission. Mission مهمة أو بعثة in Arabic. An important job that someone has been given to do. Repair. Repair, that means in Arabic يصلح. Equals fix equals mean. Secret. Secret يعني سر. Known about by only a few people. The last word, system. What is the meaning of system? That means in Arabic نظام. An organized way to do something. An organized way to do something. And now let's move to the language notes. Language notes, that means in Arabic الملاحظات اللغوية, in order to clear the meaning and the usage of each word. And let's start with 4 words. معي 4 كلمات. Invent, explore, discover, and find out. Number 1, what is the meaning of invent? Invent in Arabic يخترع. To create something for the first time. أن نبتكر شيء للمرة الأولى. Invent, the past invented, past participle invented, inventor, invention. For example, Graham Bell invented the telephone. Number 2, explore. Explore يستكشف مكان لكي يرى ما فيه. Explore, explore, exploration, explorer. Space exploration, for example, costs a lot of money. يعني استكشاف الفضاء يتكلف كثير من المال. Number 3, discover. Discover يكتشف. شيء موجود but unknown لم يكن معروف. The past of it, discover, past participle discover, discovery, discoverer. For example, Dr. Ahmed Zouheir discovered the femtosecond in 1995. The last word, find out. Find, found, find. Find, found, found. Find out information or a fact. تكتشف معلومة أو حقيقة. For example, Wail's parents found out that he started to smoke a long time ago. Number 2, cause. Cause. Cause of, reason for, reason why. Cause, that means in Arabic سبب أو يسبب. And we can use it plus object plus to plus infinitive. For example, the cold weather caused me to sleep early. جعلني أنام مبكرا. Reason for and because of. What is the difference between the two words? Cause of سبب مادي, reason for سبب معنوي. For example, what is the cause of the fire? ما سبب الحريق? The last word, reason why, it's always followed by a full sentences, يعني يجي وراها جملة كاملة. Number 3, lunch and launch. What is the difference between the two words? Lunch as a meal, وجبة. For example, I usually have my lunch at 5 o'clock p.m. Launch, as we know, verb بمعنى يطلق, noun بمعنى إطلاق. Millions of people watched the launch of the rocket on TV yesterday. Number 4, every day and every day. Every day, it's always followed by adjective اسم that means in Arabic يومي. Every day, adverb, it's always followed by adverb ومعناها in Arabic كل يوم. For example, the internet has become part of everyday life. يعني أصبح جزء من الحياة اليومية. But every day, I usually go to school every day at 7 o'clock. Number 5, affect and effect on. What is the difference between the two words? Affect, that means in Arabic يؤثر. Effect on, that means in Arabic تأثير على. Affect is not always followed by preposition. ما يجيش وراها preposition أو حرف جر. But effect بالإي is always followed by preposition on. يعني يجي وراها حرف الجر on. Affect equals has or have plus a or an plus adjective plus effect on بمعنى تأثير على. For example, smoking, التدخين, has a bad effect on us. له تأثير سيء علينا. Number 6, astronaut, astronomer, astrologer. Astronaut رائد فضاء. Astronomer عالم فلك. Astrologer عراف أو منجم. Astronauts are people who travel into space. وطبعا الديفينيشن بتاع كل كلمة in Arabic موجود عند حضراتكم ومعروف. After that, I have 2 syllables. عندي مقطعين. FUL and LESS. FUL, it means full of, يعني مليء به. LESS, that means in Arabic without, يعني بدون. For example, useful, مفيد أو نافع. Useless, عديم الفائدة. Home, منزل. Homeless, بلا مأوى أو بلا منزل. Job, وظيفة. Jobless, بلا عمل. Equals, idle, يعني عاطل. Number 8, spend. It's an irregular verb. The past of it, spent, and the past participle, spent. Spend with time, that means in Arabic يقضي. With money, that means in Arabic ينفق أو يصرف. For example, I spent all my money yesterday. Spend is always followed by period of time plus verb plus ing بمعنى يقضي الوقت في فائدة. I spent 2 hours writing a composition. Number 9, destination, position, location, site. Destination, that means in Arabic وجهة. المكان بيتوجه إليه الشخص المسافر. For example, Luxor is the destination of a lot of tourists. يعني وجهة يتوجه إليها كثير من السائحين. Number 2, position. That means in Arabic موقع أو مكانة. For example, if I were in your position, I would buy a car. لو أنا في مكانك أو وضعك كنت اشتريت سيارة. Number 3, location. مكان تصوير. Site موقع أثري or website موقع على الإنترنت. And now let's move to the most important grammatical points or structure. About passive voice, let's start with passive forms with present simple, future simple, and infinitive. Number 1, present simple passive. The form is object plus am or is or are plus past participle زائد التصريف الثالث للفعل. For example, we always take the bottles for recycling active. The bottles are always taken for recycling passive. Number 2, people speak English. Everywhere, في كل مكان. English is spoken everywhere. Note the following carefully. If there is don't or doesn't, they refer to negative, we drop them and put isn't or aren't according to the object. For example, he doesn't read French. In passive, French isn't read by him. Number 4, they don't watch films. Passive, films aren't watched by them. Number 2, present continuous. المضارع المستمر في الباسيف. الفورم am is are plus being plus past participle. For example, the chef is preparing lunch now, active. Lunch is being prepared now, passive. Number 6, they are taking 2 astronauts to a secret location, passive. 2 astronauts are being taken to a secret location. Number 3, future simple passive. The form of it is will plus be plus past participle. For example, the teacher will mark the exam tomorrow, active. Passive, the exam will be marked tomorrow, passive. She won't buy the car. The car won't be bought. Note the following carefully. If we want to mention who did the action or who made the action, we can put by plus subject. For example, number 4, all the models shall, should, will, would, can, could, may, might, must, had to, plus be plus past participle. For example, we could see many tourists, active. Many tourists could be seen, passive. Number 10, the government is going to build a new road. A new road is going to be built. If we want to mention the subject, we can put by plus the subject if it's important or if it's necessary. For example, the new park will be used by all children in the area, or the book is written by a man, or the femtosecond was discovered by Dr. Zuhail, or the telephone was invented by Graham Bell. Note the following carefully. I have some expressions. عندي بعض التعبيرات in passive في المجهول. They are always followed by be plus past participle. For example, has to, have to, had to, verb to be plus supposed to, used to, needn't to. For example, he used to do karate. Passive, karate was used to be done. Note the following carefully. If the sentences لو الجملة بدأت ب people say, people think, people allege, people consider, etc. In passive, they are changed into it's said that, or it's considered that, it's thought that, it's believed that. For example, people say he is a hero. In passive, it is said that he is a hero. Thank you, my dear students, and see you later in Unit 7, and goodbye.